Motorbike Mod 2 test completed. 4 out of 4 tests done. Officially got my unrestricted A license to ride any size bike for the rest of my life in the UK, which is pretty sweet. A fun takeaway from this, or like a tidbit that might be helpful, is to know that the examiners aren't trying to catch you out, and they're so much more fair than I think they really should be. At least the standard that I was practicing and trying to keep myself to. Throughout this test today, I thought maybe there was about 4 or 5 times where I was like, maybe I'd get a little mark down for that. And one where I thought, oh, they might actually fail me on that, even though technically it was all right. And actually, I only got 1 minor, and it was for that thing that I was like, oh, they could. And if they did, I'd argue it hard. So what was happening, busy roundabout, someone came past, fine, and then me and the person to the right, so in the UK you give way to the right, went at the same time. That's it. I didn't make him slow down. If I wasn't there, or because I was there, it made no impact to him at all, because I wasn't slow and I wasn't indecisive. But he gave me a minor because I wasn't stationary. I saw my opportunity and I went, but if I was stationary, I think I would have been fine. But at the end of the day, I didn't make him slow down, so he can't fail me for it. And yeah, the rest of it was nice. We had a little laugh, and second time's the charm. Didn't drop the bike this time. Score. So yeah, getting a bike license in the UK is actually a massive pain in the arse. It's so many tests, and I think the reason they make it so difficult is because of how many accidents involving bikes end up in people dying. Because the accidents are just so much worse. You've got nothing to protect you. Like, you are on the floor outside in the elements, and it's rough. So they purposefully make it difficult because they really want to make sure that you are skilled and that you know what you're doing and that you're safe. But yeah, they're not there. They're not out there to get you, and they are outrageously fair. In my last test, I dropped the bike. It's hard to argue, even if the situation, when the instructors who were there actually did try and argue my case. They're like, well, the test was essentially over. This is an icy patch. We wouldn't generally ride in these conditions, and so like any of us would drop it on that situation. But it is hard to contest a bike on the floor like it was dropped, whereas this time didn't have that. So biggest takeaway is come in so prepared that it'd be unreasonable that you fail. And that way, if you do, you can go again knowing that you were prepared and like it was just an unfortunate circumstance, and it will happen occasionally. The odds of random things happening do happen, you know, 5 to 10% of the time. But if you do that for every test you ever do, you're just going to be so much better off than most people, and it removes all of the stress. So there we go. Now I'm not going to have a bike in the UK. I don't think. Weather here sucks. Why would you? But it's nice to have that option when we're abroad, and maybe one day, if I've got the space, maybe I would have one for the summer rides and stuff. But I'm not in any rush. All right, guys, have a great one. Peace.